Hello my dear viewers, welcome to this reading. This reading is for all Capricorn and it's for the month of September, a little bit over 2025. I hope you'll enjoy this reading, my dear Capricorn. It's about every area of your life, every sector, everything that you need to know, what the heavens, the universe want you to know, what is hidden, what's coming, the answers to some of your questions and so forth. I hope you'll enjoy it. I'd like to welcome each and every one of you and thank you all for your support. Watching the videos does help me big time, and I'm in gratitude if you would consider watching 2 to 3 videos as an extra in support of my health per week. That would mean a lot. Just watching a little bit and letting them end slowly by themselves, that is going to be great support. I'd like to convey my best wishes to each and every one of you, my regards, and thank you all for your feedback, for your shares and thumbs up, all that. Very helpful to know what's happening and how much you're enjoying the readings. Now, my dear Capricorn, we're going to start with the first. I'm going to cut twice, 2 messages, starting with the first one for September onwards. Family matters and great family situations, family matters that are going to heal. The changes that have been happening, they might have disrupted something in the family situation, but there's going to be healing. So that's really great news. Healing in family situations. The next one, we have the Ace of Swords, which shows that a lot of clarity, a great breakthrough and a new beginning that brings you a great victory and gives you what you need. A lot of truth also that supports you move forward. And an epiphany or two to upgrade or uplift your career, your business, your money. Let's have a look at one more message for all Capricorn that helps you answer a question or guidance in regard to something that you've been wondering about or worried about. What is it for all Capricorn? The truth. What is an answer? It says ask for help from others. Ask for help from others. You might need help from others, so ask for help. It's okay to do so. So sometimes only by help you can get a resolution. Now I'm going to take 2 messages from this deck for all my dear Capricorn, cutting twice, 2 messages. The first one, the 3 of Wands. This looks like expansion. You might be considering expanding your mind, your business, your circumstances. Some of you might be thinking of moving to a better place, expanding, buying another business, buying another home, traveling, movement without a doubt, and considering all of the possibilities. Okay, so that's the first one, the 3 of Wands. Now the second one, the Ace of Cups. This could be a great windfall. It could be it is the greatest gift from the heavens. It can be a windfall. It can be a big amount of money that changes your life completely and gives you emotional fulfillment in every area. Or it could be the beginning of the greatest love that gives you fulfillment in every area also. So the Ace of Cups is a beautiful card. Oh, wow. What you don't see happening is the card of wealth. That's going to ignite a new life for you. Wealth is going to change your life. Generation of wealth, the 10 of wealth. I've always seen a lot of wealth for Capricorn. I always see it and it's always coming. And now it shows it. So connected to this, it looks to me that this could be very well a great windfall. So have a look at your money reading and see what it says. Your money reading will tell you if there is a windfall coming or something, or what happens. It's very important. Watch the September one and see what it says. Okay, now let's move on to the next level. The next level is 2 messages from another deck, which I'll cut twice for all Capricorn. Let's have a look. Wow, we've got the Hierophant. The Hierophant is connected to Taurus, somebody that has Taurus in them. It is also connected to a lot of changes that are going to be upgrading, uplifting you, transcending you to better positions in many areas. And this can be in any areas: education, health, family, foundation, everything. Connected to the Chinese year of the dog, also connected to a lot of changes, and the Chinese year of the dragon. It is also about commitment, committing to do something better or something. Commitment. It's also about commitment. So that's that one. Now let's take on the second message and see what's going on. And we've got temperance. This is connected to Sagittarius. It is connected to stability on its way, a little bit of patience, a little bit of perseverance, and you'll see stability is going to come in your emotional life, perhaps in your life overall. This can be connected to people that are dragon, born in the Chinese year of the dragon, Chinese year of the rabbit, or the rat, either one. But the dragon controlling here, there's two Chinese year of the dragon. I also feel like there's a little bit of patience is needed, and you'll see a lot of stability come into your life. What you don't see happening is material wealth. The Nine of Pentacles shows material wealth to the point where you are going to be very rich, very wealthy, and not even needing to work to live a life of leisure. That's what the Nine of Pentacles is. And destiny, the Wheel of Fortune, that's what you don't see coming. The Wheel of Fortune connected to the Ten of Wealth, we're talking major big. So I might take these two cards because I feel like they might come up a bit later on in the reading. So I'll put them here. So if they do come up and double up, we get to understand that. All right. Let's put this away. Now, before I go on to the next one, yeah, this is the one. I need 3 messages from this deck. I'll be cutting just ones for all Capricorn. 1 cut, 3 messages. And we have the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords shows there's news on its way. News that's going to bring you information about the truth, and about probably great news, about agreement, about a yes to something that you've applied for. There is news to give you the go-ahead to move forward, to be able to take action. Temperance, again, there it is. This is connected to Sagittarius, and it's also connected to, like I said, a little bit of patience is needed to get the next situation moving, and to get a lot of stability and a lot of emotional stability for many. So very important, and again connected to Chinese year of the dragon. Okay, the Eight of Pentacles shows working hard is going to be paying off. Your hard efforts will be paid off. You will see a lot of money coming your way. There's the money, lump sums of money coming to you. But however, you have to be very careful when signing documents or dealing with calculations of money, so that there won't be any mistakes. That's very important. Keep your eye on the print. Everything focus is needed, eye for detail when you're dealing with money, and that's about it. What you don't see happening is the Ace of Cups and the Tower. Very interesting. Okay, so the Tower I'll talk about in a moment, but the Ace of Cups is this ace here. I should have put this underneath it. Okay, oh, here we go. So the Ace of Cups in your reading twice is magnificent. This shows that there is, without a doubt, a great gift destined for you, an amazing gift from the heavens, and it's going to be explosive. It's going to be amazing. It's going to give you a lot to be grateful for. So much satisfaction, so much fulfillment in many areas of your life, if not all. So prepare for this, because this is great. This barely happens when these two unite in a reading, like both together. It's great to see the Ace of Cups twice. So that's that. But there is something else that I like to talk about also. This is what you don't see happening, is the Tower. The Tower shows that there will be the removal of something from your life, either a person or a situation. It has to come to an end. Now, sometimes with the Tower, there will be a crisis. There may be something suddenly happening, but it's happening for your highest good. It is to uplift you. You might be comfortable in a position which is not good for you. So this situation is going to be removed. It might disrupt your life a little bit, but it's for your highest good. There's nothing more that can be done here, only harm. It can't bring you any good. So it has to be removed, and that's what's happening. So you might need help from others. To ask for help is okay, like they said, the heavens, and that should be all good. Now let's move on to the next level. 2 messages from this deck. I'll be cutting twice. The first one, the book. This is about paperwork and contracts. Remember, I said there will be paperwork and contracts, and you need to pay attention to detail. It looks to me some of you may be learning as you go. Some of you are starting a new business or a new situation. Some of you might be starting taking classes or education. There is a situation where lawyers may be needed. Some of you might be looking at studying law. Careers in writing, in education, in law matters, but there is a lot to pay attention to at the same time, so that's very important. Okay, now we're going to take on the next one, my dear Capricorn, and let's see what the second one is all about. Right, prosperity. overflowing prosperity, extraordinary prosperity coming its way. Whether full or empty, your cups, your accounts are going to be full. There's a lot of fulfillment. Some of you are taking care of business. Some of you are thinking of starting a business. Careers that are very nurturing. You're looking at that, supporting others, taking care of others. But there is a lot of fulfillment and there is overflowing prosperity. Wow. Okay. Now let's move on to the next level. We're going to take 2 messages from this deck before I clarify for all Capricorn. Here we go. I'll cut twice. So the first one, it says vanity. You might be really concerned about the way you look, perhaps your appearance. You want to really take care of the way you look, the way you present yourself, and you're doing quite well. So that's really wonderful. Vanity is there. Since you care about it, you will take care of yourself, and it is important. And if you have let go of yourself, it is time to take care of your health and your looks. The next one for all Capricorn, it says you might have reached an impasse. A situation is coming to an end. And that's in regard to this. Remember the Tower. Something is ending. It's out of your hands. It's got to come to an end. And it's going to happen. Later on, you'll realize that it is for your highest good. It's for your good. That's why this is happening. So an impasse. Okay. Now, let's move on to the next level. The next level is taking a few messages from these tea leaves for all Capricorn. Okay, so we got, I think, 2 that jumped out. Oh, 3. Okay. So the dog that I talked about here, Chinese ear of the dog, has come up again. There is someone here, Chinese. It could be yourself. You could be born with. I'll just take one more. Oh, there we go. Same deck, but I've divided them, so it's the same one. Now let's have a look at what it says. Chinese ear of the dog was very strong in the Hierophant. The changes that are happening, especially those Capricorns that are born the Chinese ear of the dog, or you might have somebody in your family born the Chinese ear of the dog. So the dog is there. And this, first I talk about the ancient way of looking at everything in my way, and then I will interpret the tea leaf. So I'll interpret it my way first. We're dealing with the Chinese ear of the dog, someone very loyal, someone very friendly, very supportive, and it is about pets. It's about children. And it is about also children, pets, and it could be a lover also, born the Chinese ear of the dog for some of you. Now, according to the tea leaf, it says getting together with friends. Getting together with friends. And of course, friendship. Yeah, I forgot to say friendship is part of that. Now, it says here a fair woman. Dealings or relationship with a woman with blonde, gray, or white hair. Someone that's fair hair. Okay, that's that one. I'll put this right here. And then we've got haystack. Haystack is all about learning and reaping what you deserve, finding something that was lost also. According to this is karma. You will reap what you have sown. You are getting what you have been putting out there, you are receiving. And then we've got the mountain road. This means difficulty sometimes. Sometimes it means the road to success, but on a difficult way. You've worked so hard and finally you're reaching your path. According to the tea leaf, it says you are on the road to success. Road to success. Okay, great. Now that we've established that, let's have a look at everything else that has come out and see what it is for all Capricorn. We're starting with the news that's coming, and something has fallen. Wow, something has fallen. Okay, they came out of nowhere. Okay, this news seems to be in regard to something you've been anxious about, something you've been worried about, you've had sleepless nights about, really worried. It's over. It's coming to an end, and it was horrific, but it's over. You can rest from a big battle that you were resting. Maybe it was a health situation. Whatever it was, it is something that's coming to an end. So I'll put those cards over there. It's coming to an end, and you're resting from a battle. Okay, let's have a look at the Hierophant for all Capricorn. Hierophant, wishes come true, and oh my God, the Ace of Cups again. Now, my dear, and your oldest wish being granted. This is shocking. Okay, so this is the wish card. All your wishes coming true, the majority of them. This is one of your oldest wishes coming true. Oldest wish. Okay, we got the wish card. Wishes, right, being granted. And then what have we got? This is the shocking part. This is the miracle in your reading. This is the greatest miracle. The greatest gift from the heavens. Repeat it 3 times. This is just magnificent. It doesn't get any better. That is shocking. Truly shocking. Wow. That means either a windfall or the greatest love begins, something magnificent taking place, which is just amazing. Absolutely amazing. Now let's have a look at the 3 of Wands. Let's see if it is expansion, it is moving. I feel like there is relocation, but we'll just see. Freedom. You're absolutely, with this expansion, you're having your freedom. There is someone of water energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. They're very supportive perhaps. Some information is coming that's going to give you a resolution and a great opportunity. It could be coming from the water energy. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. We'll find out at the end who this energy is, the water energy. And I'll just put these here and we'll find out a bit later on. Hard work is going to pay off big time. There is someone that's hardworking also entering your life. That's an earth energy, but that's a bit later on. So we have an idea of what's going on. Now we're going to move on to the next level. Working hard and paying attention to details so there won't be any problems. Money owing to you, coming to you. And this is a situation where you should have left some time ago. You were doing your best here. Okay, there is a rebirth. That's why this is happening. You should have left some time ago, but you were procrastinating. You were staying on and doing hard work. Ultimately, you're finally leaving. You're leaving the situation. There is a rebirth. You're leaving an unhappy situation and moving forward. There's a new lease of life for you. And there is someone new entering your life, a fire energy, Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. The water energy is Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. I'm going to look at who these people are. But there is a rebirth for you and happiness and freedom. That is absolutely incredible. Okay. Now, let's see the next one, which is Temperance. What is Temperance saying? Patient for what? You need to be patient to get what? Okay, they're saying great news is coming. Something is ending. Maybe something that's been overwhelming you so much. Now it's finally ending and you are going to be so happy because this is the Knight of Swords twice and showing that something is ending. Great news is coming, an end to something that was really worrying you. Because I did see when we asked about this that there was sleepless nights. Maybe it's something about your health that you were worried about. There's a great new beginning coming. You don't have to worry. This is something you don't need to worry about. New beginning, which is the Ace of Swords. Great truth, great victory. You're overcoming a lot, so that's wonderful. The fact that perseverance was needed, a little bit of patience was needed. Ultimately, everything is falling into place for you, and you are becoming quite happy with the results. Something is ending. There is something that was really worrying you. It's ending. Now let's look at the Ace of Cups. Let's see the Ace of Cups for all Capricorn. Right. It shows empowerment. It shows that something happening in September, connected maybe to a Virgo. All your answers are being, all your questions are being answered. You're able to take action. Just like here, we've got this, you're taking action. This is finally taking action where you were not able before. You are going to be empowered like magic. Things are going to be working for you. You have nothing to worry about. There is someone very supportive, fire energy. Sagittarius, this usually is a Sagittarius card. And these two are both Sagittarius cards. So I feel like this is someone that's got strong Sagittarius in them. We'll see at the end of the reading. And or could be Leo or Aries, but I feel strong Sagittarius. That is going to be very supportive. That's what this is. Very supportive. And for some of you, could be falling in love, because don't forget the Ace of Cups, right? So the Ace of Cups, when we talked about it, it's going to give you action where you'll be able to do things you were not able before because of the money, perhaps the wealth, and it's going to give you power. Do you see the power? Do you see the Ace of Cups there too? A lot of power, like magic, things are going to happen for you. What is magic in our world today? There is no magic. Money is power and magic. So I feel like this is going to be a dream, like a wish of wealth being established, wealth on the highest level. That's what I feel. I feel like it's wealth, and that's what this card is. The Wheel of Fortune, wealth, destiny, wealth, all of that. That's what I feel. So anyway, and I also feel for those of you who are going to have beginning of love with someone wonderful, that person will have Sagittarius in them. There is strong Sagittarius. Okay, we'll find out all these people who they are. All right, so now we've established all this. I'm going to move on to the next level. And then before I do, I just want to hold up these incredible Where is the other ace of? Oh, here. No, the ace of. The Wheel of Fortune, the wealth, and the ace of cups. With the ace of cups came twice, but I just can't find the other one. Oh, come on. Where did it go? Oh, here. So the ace of cups twice, 3 times, with destiny and wealth. All of these together shows that there is a possibility of a major magnitude windfall coming your way. That's what I'm trying to say. The Wheel of Fortune is about wealth, and the ten of wealth, this one here, and then of course the windfall. That's very, very strong amounts of money and wealth and fortune coming your way. And what else I wanted to say? And of course, for those of you that are that this could be love, destiny is going to bring you someone magnificent, someone incredible, and someone that might be or might have a lot of Sagittarius in them. Sagittarius, because this card is Sagittarius, and this is Sagittarius in my eyes, but it can also be Leo, Aries, but I feel Sagittarius is the strongest here. So let's have a look at further to see what else you need to know. We've established that. All right, I'll just take these away from here and put them over here. Wishes come true, don't forget. Okay, so now that we established all of that, we're taking a few messages from this deck. 2 messages from here. Right, it says engagement. So there you go. Some of you are getting engaged. You're moving your relationship to the next level. This is due to the greatest love. It says your love life is ascending to a high level of commitment. And that's what the Ace of Cups is also about. The beginning of the greatest love ever. So that's escalating your relationship to high levels like engagement, commitment. And that's what this is also about, commitment. Calling in your soulmate. Some of you are going to be meeting your soulmate. It says your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together with your soulmate. So soulmate connection, that is wonderful also. And now finally, let's see some messages from the heart. Either your heart, somebody else's heart. What's hidden? What are some people? What are you or other people around you feeling that you need to know? 1, 2. Okay, maybe just one more. Maybe not. No, there is one more. Okay, here we go. So 3 messages from the heart. It says you are wifey husband material. You are wifey husband material. So this is very much connected to the engagement. It looks like finally somebody thinks, you might be thinking someone is worthy to be your spouse, a wifey husband material. That's why the engagement, obviously that's why the engagement is taking place. The other one, it says, I am focused on healing myself. Somebody might be saying that. I'm focused on healing myself. And this one says, you are the only one I see. You are the only one I see. Wow, that's beautiful. And that's perhaps you are the only one I see could be very much connected to the soulmate. And now that we have established all this, let's move on to see who the people are that are entering your life. We've got 3 of them. The fire energy, which I call it Sagittarius. The majority of you will be dealing with Sagittarius. Then it might be Leo or Aries. And then the water energy. These are the people that you're dealing with. Let's see who they are, who's coming, what's happening. Star sign combinations, and I'll go through every one of them and we'll talk about them. For all Capricorn, okay, so we've got Venus, which is the earth energy, Taurus. This is the Taurus. Remember I said Taurus. Taurus, Libra. Then we've got water energy, Pisces. Obviously this has to be Pisces because all Capricorns usually end up with Pisces. So this could be the Pisces. Let's have a look. But we're going to see which one doubles and triples for the majority. For all Capricorns, I can barely shuffle these cards. A little bit of help. Yes, I need help. Okay, Sagittarius. What we talked about, Sagittarius. Remember I said this is Sagittarius. Sagittarius, this and this are Sagittarius. Both of these fire energy, and these 2 are Sagittarius cards. Okay, this one is stepping out, Venus. So again, Libra, Taurus, Taurus, Libra for the majority of you. That's doubled up. Okay, they've got 2 of them. Now we have Mars, which is Aries, fire energy. And then we got water energy, which is Scorpio. I'll put it underneath here. I'll put it under the Sag, this fire energy. And we got Sagittarius again. Sagittarius. So has doubled, quadrupled with 2 over there. We got Neptune, which is Pisces. Pisces has become twice, 2 times. We got Leo, fire energy, that goes over here. And then we got Taurus again, wow, which is Taurus, Libra. And then we got Aquarius, which is air energy. I'll put it on the side there. And let's see what else. The majority of Capricorn, who they're dealing with, they're obsessed with, who they're meeting. Okay, Aquarius again. There is someone like a family member, I think, Aquarius, or something more. It could be a Cuspi, actually. You might be with a Capricorn, Cuspi, Aquarius. Oh, Cancer, water energy. And at the end we'll go and I'll explain everything. Virgo, earth energy. Okay, Mars, which is Aries. There's Aries there. There's Gemini, air energy. I'll put it here. Mars is fire energy. It goes right at the back here. A few more and we'll put it together, my dear Capricorn. Just be a little bit patient because it'll be worth it at the end to know. Fire energy again. This is Leo. Taurus again. Oh my God. And just 1 or 2 and that's it. 1 and 2. That's it. Done. Actually 3. Sagittarius again. Sagittarius, which is here. Scorpio, water energy, goes right at the back. And the water energy. And then Capricorn, earth energy. Alright, that's enough. Let's go and talk about all of this. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, so the majority I'm seeing in this reading is fire energy, which is something you really need because fire regenerates you, my dear Capricorn. You are earth energy. You need fire to thrive, and that's why the heavens are sending you someone that's going to be so supportive and so amazing, which is fire energy. Let's talk about this particular fire energy. Sagittarius leading the way. And then we've got 2 Leos. Sun is the ruler of Leo, and 2 Mars, 2 Aries. But we've got 3 Sagittarius. And these 2 here, that makes a 5 Sagittarius. Jupiter is the leader of Sagittarius. So I feel like fire energy, the strongest in your life. The majority of Capricorn will be dealing with someone new entering your life that's a fire energy. And they have got very, very strong Sagittarius. That Sagittarius ranking up. The second fire energy is Leo and Aries. Do we have Aries here? No, Aries, Leo, they didn't come out. So we've got 2 of each. That means the secondary part of a Capricorn will be dealing with fire energies, Leo, Aries. So we got the fire, but the ruling one, and the fire energy is Sagittarius. Let's see what else we've got. The second thing you need, my dear Earth, you need water. So let's have a look at the water energy. You need fire, number 1, to regenerate you, and you need water to replenish you. That's what gives you sustainability and movement forward. And this seems to me, this water energy too, we've got 2 Scorpio and okay, so we have Pisces. Did we get anything about Pisces? No. We have 2 Pisces here, very strong Pisces. We also have Scorpio. There are 2 Scorpios and 1 Cancer. So you might be dealing with a water energy, either Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. Pisces first, leading the way, and then comes Scorpio and then Cancer. Then there's earth energy like yourself, and there is strong earth energy. One of the strongest here is Taurus. That's very important, Taurus. Okay, we've got only 1 Capricorn like yourself and 1 Virgo. Majority, let me just see, majority is Taurus. Wow. There's 4 Taurus, with this one here 5. This is the Taurus card, 5 Taurus. But this Taurus has got Libra in them because you got the Venus. When the Venus comes in the reading, you know this Taurus has Libra in it. So Taurus, Libra, this is going to be incredible. Someone that you will work well together. Someone that's grounded like you, very loving, very giving, very real, very grounded. Taurus, Libra is very strong also. So if there's an earth energy in your life, it's going to be Taurus, Libra. But the main ones, the water and the fire, we've already gone through. And then you got the other earth energies, which is Virgo and Capricorn. But the majority of you will be dealing with this because it has not quadrupled, 5 times it has come. Now, the air energy, my dear Capricorn, the air energy, we have Aquarius leading the way. We got 2 Aquarius and 1 Gemini. Now, this could be a family member that you're dealing with on a high level. It could be someone very close that you're working with. There may be interruptions, like there may be problems in communications because earth and air don't go very well together. There could be also a relationship that might be coming to an end with someone that might be water energy with Aquarius or Gemini, because that means when air is with water, they're not very happy and they cause turbulence for themselves, and that means they're not happy within, and that means that causes problems also. So the air energy can only be good with air, but also air energy can go well with earth energy on one condition: there has to be fire. So if there is someone that is Sagittarius, Aquarius, or even better, Taurus, Libra, and they might have Aquarius in them, they will go well together because the air of the Libra will balance everything out. And then you got the Taurus, the earth, that gives the Aquarius stability, and they feel more comfortable, more stable, and that would work well. Or even Gemini, if it's a Gemini, same thing. If it's a Gemini with Taurus, Libra, and maybe some fire, Aries or Leo or Sagittarius, it will do well. But sometimes, usually with Capricorn, the Aquarius usually is family, and so is Gemini. But we'll leave it at that. What's going to be fun is letting me know with your feedback and see who the people are. The dog was very strong in this reading. Chinese year of the dog. Let me know what you think. Give me a thumbs up. And when you put it together, when you, the community, put it together as to who's the Sagittarius, who's the Pisces, who's the Taurus, Libra, and who's the Aquarius with Gemini, we find out everything comes into perspective. It takes shape. So this is what I'm shown by the heavens and the universe, and the rest is up to you. When you put it together, we'll find out everything. But don't forget, the most important factor is you're resting from something that was very horrific. You're getting the good news that it's over. You're moving forward, and there is so much abundance coming your way. Always remember that. The final thing I wanted to say, I think I did say everything. Yeah, the only final thing I want to say, when they said prosperity, overwhelming prosperity, this is what overwhelming prosperity is. There is going to be a lot of prosperity, a lot of wealth coming your way. Remember that. Prosperity to the highest level and degree coming your way. That's the most important factor. Okay. And with this, I wish you all the best in everything you do. Please watch the videos like you always do. Support me by watching extra 2-3 a week, 2-3 videos. Just watching a little bit. If you get bored, let them end by themselves. And that is the greatest support you can do for me, for my health. That support means a lot, and I'll be in gratitude. My best wishes to each and every one of you. Blessings, best wishes, love, light, and peace. Namaste.